Moto's finally introduced a dual camera setup to its G series. Two 13 megapixel sensors, one monochrome and one RGB. The aperture though is down to f2.0 from f1.7 on the G5 Plus. The selfie camera has gone through an upgrade as well and is now an 8 megapixel f2.0 shooter. In today's video, let's check out how these cameras fare on Moto's all-new G5S Plus. Hey, this is Sundar from C4E Tech. Let's get started. Outdoors under good lighting conditions, I had a mixed experience with the 13 megapixel dual rear cameras. Most images we shot are considerably sharp. You can see a lot of detail on this thing here. Same goes with this image. But there were situations where the images turned out a little too soft. In fact, the image looked sharper on the preview screen before clicking it. Next, the color reproduction. Again, reasonably good for the most part, but things do look a tad oversaturated. Look at the flowers here, and this leaf. The pinks and the yellows definitely don't look that way in person. Getting the white balance right is a hit or a miss. At times the images turn out to be too warm or too cool, unusable. It's rare but definitely worth a mention. But even otherwise, most of the times the images are a little cooler or warmer than they should be. By that I mean the images are either slightly bluish or orangish. And because of that, the skin tones tend to get messed up, like on this image. But then these are minor issues and they can be fixed via an update. But will Moto provide an update? Anyway, moving on. There's also a depth mode using which we can shoot portrait shots like these, with the background blurred out, kinda like the shots we get using DSLRs. Once again, the skin tones aren't perfect, but the blurring itself is good. It's not perfect, there are minor blemishes here and there, but that's expected given the price segment. Under artificial lighting, the cameras perform well. We do have the same issues we had outdoors, the oversaturation and the not so perfect white balance, but on the whole, the photos look good. Sharp for the most part with enough detail and good exposure. Under low light, the image quality takes a hit, thanks to the relatively narrow f2.0 aperture. The RGB monochrome setup does help to a certain extent. The images look kinda clean, but the results aren't as impressive as I expected them to be. Don't get me wrong, it's just my expectations, cause it's hard to not expect a lot from a new Moto G phone with regards to camera performance, right? Also, the shutter speed doesn't go beyond 1/17th or 1/15th of a second, which explains the relatively dull pictures. How do you think this phone stacks up against the Xiaomi Mi A1? Want a camera comparison? Leave a comment down below, we'll make it happen. The G5S Plus can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second. The footage is well exposed, has a lot of detail and exhibits good dynamic range. There's enough detail on the trees and the sky. The colors are natural too. We do have EIS, but that works only when we shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second. The quality itself is okay. The difference in sharpness is easily noticeable. We also do have an option to shoot 1080p videos at 60 frames per second. A first in this price segment, I guess. Let me know if you know of any other phone in this price segment that can shoot at 1080p 60 fps. The G5S Plus can shoot slow motion videos at 720p resolution at 120 frames per second. The quality is just about okay. A lot of artifacts can be seen. So this is a 1080p 30 fps clip shot using the 8 megapixel front facing camera of the Moto G5S Plus. Do let me know how the quality of this footage is in the comments below. The 8 megapixel f2.0 front facing camera can shoot some nice selfies. They are quite sharp. Look at that super sav style beard. The colors are quite accurate and the dynamic range is pretty good. There's a LED flash to the front, and it comes in handy in dimly lit environments like these. So that's it for this video. We don't have a G5 Plus in the studio, but as far as I can recall, it performed better under low light. What do you guys think? Does the G5S Plus perform as good as the G5 Plus? Let us know in the comments below. That being said, the addition of a second camera is definitely a pro, as it is with most phones today. The front camera upgrade also makes a considerable difference to the selfies. And hey, don't forget to leave a comment down below if you want us to do a camera comparison between this phone and the Mi A1. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to C4E Tech for more like this. Do this to make sure you get notified each time a video goes live on the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Sundar from C4E Tech, leaving for the moment. Have a great day.